Hello beautiful, how are you? Thank you for coming and watching. It's been around 2 months since my last confession. Joking I am. Okay, seriously, I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update. It's been a long time since I last spoke on this blog and journal, if you like. Been about 2 months. So we've had Christmas and New Year and also the first month of January. I can't believe that it's February already, but wow, what an amazing 2 months I've had. First of all, I got engaged. Yay, congratulations! So myself and my girlfriend Lib are engaged and we're planning to get married next year. Hopefully, if things happen the way that we need them to. I'm not going to go into details that are too personal, but yeah. Life is sweet. If you'd have told me even 13, 14 months ago that I'd be with a woman who would accept anything and everything about me, who would challenge me, push me, want me to be the best version of myself, also make me come to terms with being a trans woman, like from a sexual perspective as well as an emotional and spiritual perspective, I'd have thought you were dreaming or you were on something. Certainly I was very happy in myself and my journey and my transition, but there were a lot of elements of myself that I wasn't really paying attention to. And certainly being in a relationship, when your guards come down, you then start to kind of open doors and walls and break them down that perhaps you'd built up to kind of cope in transition, if I'm honest with you. So that's been an experience in itself, but she's my soul, she's my rock. I can't imagine life without her, and I don't need to now because we're going to get married. So to be marrying my best friend is just, well, it's the best thing ever. So that's wonderful. So, you know, if you look at my videos going back 2-3 years, nearly 4 years, my goodness, 4.5 years, 3.5 years, in a few weeks actually, it'll be 3.5 years. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, you'll see how far I've come. It's actually it'll be 4 years in a few weeks that I've actually have been blogging about this experience. That in itself is mental. Look at the change. This is all mine. It's crazy. These boobs, they're all mine. That's a sports bra, no padding. It's like, it's phenomenal the amount of change that's happened in my face, in my body, you know, mentally, socially. I am far more happier, balanced, well-rounded individual now than I ever have been. And why is that, I wonder? You go back to when I started, right? I guarantee if I could go back and say 3 things to Debbie then that I could, knowing what I do now, is relax. It's fine. You're gonna be absolutely petrified. You're gonna get there. You're gonna make you are gonna be fine. 2, make mistakes. Anyone who's made a mistake in their life will tell you that they've not really had anything bad happen to them and not learned from it, not grown from it, or not learned something about themselves specifically from it. I guarantee you, when things are going great, you don't look at it and go, things going great, why are they going great? We don't do that, do we? Of course we don't, we're human, but in the same breath, if you make a mistake, it takes you look at yourself and think, right, shit, what did I do wrong? Okay, what can I do differently? And then you grow from it. Make mistakes, Debbie, it's absolutely fine. And the third and most important one is be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. You know, there is so much pressure on trans people to kind of conform to heteronormative ideas of gender stereotypes. Quite a convoluted phrase there, but essentially what I'm saying is there are binary. People consider there are binary, male, female, that's it. You know what? Sexuality, gender identity, there are so many, it's grey and it swims. There's no black and white. You can be non-binary, asexual, pansexual, scoliosexual, bisexual, heterosexual, homosexual, lesbian, gay, bi, whatever. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you're true to yourself. The only label that you have to put on yourself is the one that's on your clothes, because the other ones don't fucking matter. It does not matter what other people think of you. Ultimately, as long as you are happy, as long as you're being true to yourself, who cares? Who cares what anyone thinks? As long as you can look at the mirror and look back at the person who's staring at you and think, yeah, I like what I see. Who cares? I guarantee you, you will get more respect and more fulfillment and also more friends from being around people who know and love you for who and what you are. Period. You're going to lose people as well. That's one thing I will say to Debbie. Had I known what I know now, is people come and go. That's fine. You're not going to get on with everyone. Just because someone's trans, you're not going to get on with them. Just because someone's a woman, you're not going to get on with them. C'est la vie, that's life. It's impossible to get on with everyone. But all I know is that in being myself and putting myself out there and in sharing my journey and my thoughts and everything else, it's look at the person who's talking to you. The change, honestly, I sometimes pinch myself. Even like yesterday, I was saying to my partner Lib, I was saying, this isn't a dream, right? I'm not going to just wake up and then be, you know, back 3 or 4 years or whatever, and you know. But in a way, I'm glad that I feel like that, because it grounds me, certainly, but also it kind of reaffirms that I'm doing the right thing, you know? When your life is so wonderful and you're so fulfilled and happy in being the person that you are, that you're constantly checking to ensure that it isn't actually a dream, isn't that what everyone's yearning for? I know that I have so much more to give. I know I have so much more that I'm going to be doing as well, but ultimately, you know, nirvana is being yourself. You know, people talk about fulfilling duties here, and like it's all about what happens in the next life and stuff like that. What if all those people were wrong? And what if people actually had listened to, you know, their prophets, whoever they believe in? The true essence of any teaching, whether it be religion or spirituality, is the essence of self. It's being true to the essence of self and being kind to others. If you can be true to yourself and not a douchebag to everyone else, then I promise you, your life will never be the same again. You will be fulfilled and happy, encouraged, loved, and you're going to have so much more to give, because ultimately you're happy. Therefore, you're happy outside as well, so you're happy towards other people, and people are a reflection of you. You know, if you're a miserable shit, let's face it, if you're a miserable shit and someone is faced, they can only reflect back what you give. So just give yourself, be happy, whatever the bloody hell that is. Don't wait for someone else's permission to be yourself. I don't give a fucking flying fuck who tells you you can't, for example, be a boy and not wear a dress. Who gives a flying shit? You look at Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son. He's the latest model for women's fashion, for Louis Vuitton. If he'd have stuck to society's ideals of heteronormative gender roles, he wouldn't be doing that, because he'd be wearing trousers and he would feel afraid. I'm so pleased that my daughter is growing up in a world where she can express herself however she wants to. I think it's wonderful. So, other than that, and like my thoughts as to how I've progressed since the start of my journey, I think, you know, to update you, I'm waiting for a phone call any day now. I should have had one in January. I didn't. I chased it, and I've been told by the end of next week I should have heard. But essentially, my surgery should be happening before the summer. Yes, I'm very, very excited, but I'm also, I'll be honest, I'm scared. The main reason is that I'm in a relationship now where the sex is bloody mind-blowingly incredible, and sorry guys if you know us and that's grossing you out a bit, but it is. And to kind of to possibly risk that going wrong, it's a big deal. But you know, my fiance is fully supportive, and you know, she wants me to do whatever I need to do to be myself and to be happy. And I know that, you know, it's going to be a difficult few months after the surgery, but guaranteed once everything's healed, it's going to be absolutely phenomenally amazing. I know it will. I mean, there's this tiny risk there that I lose feeling down there, but given how my transition has gone and how things are for me, I don't think that's going to happen anyway. It's just not. It's not even worth giving it time to be honest with you, but they're the kind of things I'm thinking. So anyone who's going through a transition and coming up to a stage where they could perhaps consider surgical reassignment, if that's what they want to do, then these are the kind of stuff that's gone from my mind. The other thing that's that is worrying me, it is worrying me, is the fact that prior to surgery there's a great risk with DVT when you're a trans woman, so you have to stop taking female hormones for 6 weeks prior to surgery. That's going to be a challenge because yeah, of course it's going to be a challenge, because I'm going to have to gone from having quite a lot of estrogen going around my body to having none, diddly squat, until after I'm, you know, had the reassignment. So that's going to be a struggle as well, I think, mentally, emotionally, probably mental, psychologically, the same thing. But yeah, you can imagine, you know, you're used to taking something that makes you feel female, and you're not allowed to do it anymore for surgical reasons. That's going to be a challenge in itself, but it's something I'm going to share. Another thing I wanted to share with you guys, I don't know if you've ever heard of Planet London, Planet Brighton and Ultimate Planet. They're a website. It's a website for lesbian, gay and bi women, but also I've just started writing for them as a trans blogger. So yeah, if you Google Debbie Louise Cannon, you should see some of my articles popping up on there as well. So please do feel free to go in and follow them on Twitter and Facebook, but also, you know, look at the stuff I'm putting out there. You look how happy I am, and hopefully that will inspire you to be yourself. Other than that, you know, my life's amazing. Surgery, I'm really excited about. I'm going to get married, and, you know, I've also, massive thing, I've become a diversity role model for diversity role models who go into schools and talk about homophobic and transphobic bullying. I'm really, really excited to be involved in such a, for me it's quite altruistic, because I think if I could have someone who was trans come into my school when I was in my formative years, the years I was struggling in and coming to terms with, you know, what my body was becoming, I think it would have had a massive impact on me. And I probably wouldn't be sitting in front of you now, because I would have come to terms with my gender identity at a far, far earlier age and transitioned far, far earlier. But, you know, c'est la vie. The universe had, God, whatever you want to believe in, had greater plans for me. And I think, if anything, having a kind of a defined sense of gender and sexuality, and then trying to be everything other than that, has kind of given me an even greater sense of what it is to live authentically now. So whilst it is a shame that I haven't lived longer as Debbie, I don't regret a thing, because ultimately it's maybe the person that I am, and I have so much love and passion and excitement to give others and to inspire them to be themselves, that I think ultimately it was meant to be anyway. So all I'm going to say, I'm going to sign off now and get this done, because I've got 2 articles to write before 4 PM and it's now 2, so I need to crack on. But yeah, be yourself. If there's one thing that you can take from this channel, every single blog you will see me saying be yourself, no one else. I hope you've seen in kind of how excited and buzzing and happy I am, how being myself has been the best decision I have ever made. Best decision I ever made, bar none, I promise you. So thank you all for watching. I'm really, really, truly honoured and grateful that there are people out there who actually want to watch this, because ultimately, if one person watching it, it helps. Job done. Thanks again. Be yourself and no one else. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.